Yo, what's the word, chat? It's your boy mixedbybam back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing plugin reviews number 2. We're going to be reviewing CLA vocals, Chris Lord Algae vocals. It is a all-in-one vocal plugin that you can use. It has a couple different like little strips and like faders on it that we can use. Chris Lord Algae is a pretty big engineer, very known for rock music specifically. He's worked with bands like Green Day and a couple other big bands and a couple rappers as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the plugin review and let's look at it. So this is the song we're going to be doing today for this video. Alright, so this is a song I recorded at college with the vocal booth in my old setup when I was running that little thing. Anyways, shout out to my homegirl for recording this song, giving me the song for you guys to see so we could do this video. Let's just get into the plugin now. So the plugin, this is it right here, Chris Lord Algae, as you can see, CLA vocals. And if you look here, we have this little bass, we have this treble, compression, reverb, delay, a little pitch knob, and then we have the output, input sensitivity, and then we have these things that can change the ranges of each of these. So on the bass, we have sub, lower, upper, low, mids, and then you could just have it completely off. And then for the treble, which is the highs, the high mids, we have the bite, top, and the roof. My fault, I couldn't read that. My eyes is a little messed up right now. Next we have the compression, compress, which is push, spank, and wall, which is basically like a brick wall compressor basically. Then for the reverb, we have tight, which is like a small reverb, large, which is obviously like a large reverb, and then chamber, which is a chamber reverb. And then with the delay, we have a slab delay, an eighth delay, and a quarter delay. And then for the pitch, we have stereo, which is just like a stereo widener for your vocal. Then we have wide, which is another stereo widener, but a little bit more of a different sound. And then we have spreader, which is more like a chorus sounding effect that you can use on your vocals. So let's just go on these strips one by one and see what we're doing. So I'm gonna mute the background vocals, so we have just the main vocal. Let's listen now just to the main vocal, and I'm just gonna turn this off.
Baby girl, my type, yes, yes, my type, my type, yes, yes, my type, is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type, my type, yes, yes, my type. Move over,
Alright, now if we take it and it's gonna go one by one, and then we could try presets on this after. This has a good amount of presets that we can use on here, which we can check after. But let's start with the sub. Let's just bring the sub all the way up, and then we're gonna bring it all the way up, and then bring each one, and then bring it all the way down, and see how that sounds.
Baby girl, my type, yes, yes, my type, my type, yes, yes, my type, is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type, my type, my type, yes, yes, my type, my type, yes, yes, my type, is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type, my type, yes, yes, my type.
I'll do the upper.
My type, yes, yes, my type, my type, yes, yes, my type, is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type.
And now let's try and bring it all the way down, and we're gonna start with the sub. Now let's bypass first.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's do this with the sub.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's try with the lower.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's try the upper.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Okay, so that's how it sounds. Pretty good, pretty good. Next, we could go up to the treble, and let's try that. Let's bring the treble all the way up.
My type, yes,
On the
yes,
bite
my
setting.
type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, let's try the top.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's try with the roof.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so next we're gonna go to the compression. Let's see what this compression is talking about. This is gonna be one of my favorite parts. We're gonna start at the push. And oh wait, my fault. I'm fried, y'all. I ain't even do it. Moving on, and my bad, guys. Alright, back to the bite.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Now let's move all the top.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright. Now the roof.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Kind of makes it a little more underwater sounding, I say. Removes a lot of that high end, especially with the roof specifically. Bring that there. Alright, now let's go to the compressor. We're gonna bring this all the way up, and let's just hear.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
My computer is bugging, child.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
definitely adding some perceived volume with this compression too. Next we're gonna go to the spank setting and see how that is.
My type, yes, yes, my type. 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 Baby type, yes, yes, my type.
Now let's go to the wall.
Type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's bring it all the way down and let's go back to push and see how that sounds.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
It still has like a little bit of the compression. Like I'm noticing like it still has like a tiny bit of compression even all the way at -10, but it's still like kind of gives the vocal more smoothness in a way, I'd say. But let's keep doing the modes.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type.
Alright, and now let's try with the wall.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's go to the reverb and let's hear this. We're just gonna keep it like here and then kind of bring it up.
My type, yes, yes, my type. 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 My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's try the large. See how the large sounds.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's do the chamber. See how the chamber sound.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Okay, now let's bring it all the way to 10 and bring it to tight and let's do the air and
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
alright, let's do the large.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
And then with the chamber,
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
I feel like with the reverb specifically, like when the reverb is like lower, like around like -10 for example, like is you really can't hear it in the mix, but you can kind of hear the space of the vocal change like very minimally. Next, let's go to the delay. See how the delay is hitting for. Starting off with the slap delay. Let's keep it at 0.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Okay, that's a slap delay. Pretty quick, fast delay. Kind of just gives the vocal a little bit of a different sound more than really the delay slapping in there. But let's go with the 8th now.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's try the quarter.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, and now let's bring it down and start with the slap and go from there.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's do the 8th.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
And now let's do the quarter and see what that's like.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, honestly, I don't really hear the delay at all when it's that low, but maybe if you go into solo real quick, we can hear it.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
I could like very slightly hear like ringing, like in solo, like you kind of hear it ringing, like kind of hours in the headphones and the speakers, I'd say. Alright, let's go to the pitch effects and let's see what we could do with these. Let's start with the stereo, bring this up, and let's see what it's saying for.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's try the wide.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
And now let's try the spreader.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best? My type.
Oh my goodness, my computer is dirt.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. Is that your best?
Alright, that's the spreader. And now let's bring this down to save a little bit of time and the fact that we're not even going to hear it in the first place. We won't do the -10 on that one. Alright, now let's throw on a preset and see how the preset. Let's start with Start Me Up and see how that sounds. So let's listen to it without this preset. Let's not even play the preset. Let's just hear it without preset, and then we'll play it with this preset and see how it sounds.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's try it with the preset.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
That's definitely clean. I like that. I like that. Alright, let's try this face-to-face preset, see how this sounds. Let's listen without the preset first.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's listen to it with the preset.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Okay, I like that preset. That one sounds pretty nice too. Let's try one more. Let's try the rock female. Since this one is like for a female, I guess. I know it's not really a rock song, but this preset is more made for a female voice, and this is a female voice for the song. So let's try this one. We're gonna bypass it first, so no preset, and then we'll listen to the preset. Then after that, we'll set this back to default 00 everything, and we'll mix it for ourselves, and then we'll end off with the final review. So let's get it.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's try it with this. And let's listen to the preset now.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Okay, that one sounds pretty clean too. I think all the presets sounded pretty clean, pretty decent. I think they definitely sounded better than just the raw vocal. But I don't know, I feel like these presets could have a little bit more clarity to them. I feel like this plugin so far, like, it's pretty decent, but I feel like the high end specifically for this plugin is a little weird, I say. But let's just mix it from 0 real quick, see what we could do, and let's get it, y'all. So I'm thinking we add some bass.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes.
Actually might need to remove that lower.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Like right there, and then let's try and add this to the top, see how it sounds, see which one sounds
My
better.
type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type.
I'm liking the roof one. Let's try the roof, see how that sounds.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Okay, and then for the compression, I already know I want to use the spank setting for this specific song.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
And then for the reverb, we're gonna bring it to large.
My type, yes, yes, my type. 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 yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's listen to the preset that we kind of built without it.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Alright, now let's listen to the preset that we just built and see how it sounds.
My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type. My type, yes, yes, my type.
Okay, so that's what we got so far. Let's just bring this back to reset and let's go over a little review of the plugin real quick. So I think I'd give the plugin, personally, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I feel like if you have a really good recording, I feel like this plugin would do more. But I feel like with a recording like this, where it's like semi-professional or more so of, you know, home recordings, I feel like it's not as powerful. I feel like this is more like a demo mix plugin, like something you use for a demo mix or like just during recording just to get a cleaner starting sound. You know, I feel like this plugin specifically I wouldn't use probably for a full paid for mix for a full song. You know, I'd probably use a full separate chain. I feel like one of the downsides to this plugin is there's not much control, especially with the wet signals like the reverbs and delays and the pitch. There's not much control over what you can really do with that. You know, it's kind of just one set sound for every vocal that's just gonna be the same. So like you're a little limited to the sound that you have with this plugin, which I feel like is one thing that I don't really like too much about this plugin. I feel like when it comes to mixing, you shouldn't have any limits. Obviously every plugin is gonna have its own limits, but I feel like this plugin specifically has, you know, a little more limits to it. But it is what it is, and you know, the plugin still can get the job done at the end of the day. Do I think you could use this plugin for a full mix and get a professional sounding record? Honestly, I do. I do believe you could, but I feel like there's way other ways you could do this and other vocal strip channel type plugins that you could use as well. Even just like a SSL channel plugin, you could probably get the same results out of this other than having the reverb and delay, because you wouldn't have that on an SSL channel directly on the strip. So, you know, I don't really see where they were going with that, but it's still good. I would use it, but in a full mix, probably not, no. But I think it's a good starting plugin. Definitely something you could use when recording. It's not very high. It's not a very high latency plugin, which is another good thing. It's by Waves too, which if you're a fan of Waves, you know, that's another plus. But yeah, I'm gonna end this with a 7 out of 10. Like I said, pretty decent plugin. Would I use it every day? Probably not. But I still like the plugin. I still think it's good, and I encourage all of you guys to try the plugin. My bad for the noise in the background and everything. I'm trying to get a way to fix my laptop right now, but it's not working, and my audio recordings for my OBS is kind of a little messed up right now, y'all. So I'm trying to get that situated and fix that. So my apologies. My video's been having that bum ass noise in the background for, you know, however long it's been. I'm trying to work on that, which is my fault, God. I'm trying to learn how to record with the OBS better. I don't really know how to use OBS like that, in all honesty. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you made it to the end, I appreciate all the support you guys have been showing. Make sure to leave a comment, like, subscribe, share the video with your friends, whatever. You know, any type of questions, help you need, you could put in the comments, or you could reach out to me. My socials are in the description below. With that being said, thank you guys. I hope everybody has a great, fantastic rest of their day, and I'm out, y'all. Peace.
Baby girl, Let me see you do a dance, let me see you twirl. Shake your hands to the floor with your whole world. Take a quick for the dance to the whole world. Yeah, is that your bestie? I'm a hype boy, I'm like bestie. I'ma ask you,